My name is Mally Morris. I'm a painter. I was born in North Wales, but for a long time now I've lived in London. Well, the work in this show, which is called Calling, a name that Sam Cornish, the curator, suggested, and I agreed with him. It's the name of a painting, but it seemed to suit the show. It's on from September the 20th to December the 22nd. And Sam has, with me, we've collaborated closely, selected work from the last 25 years. And that was because when Sam wrote a book about my work, we, between us, realized that the year 2000 was a kind of turning point in the work when it changed direction rather, and that's what we've based the show on, the last 25 years, although I guess I've been painting for more than twice that long. And my main interest, it's very difficult to sum up because there's a lot that I'm interested in, but one very important interest that carries through all the work is how colour can construct luminosity, as if the paintings are a kind of light source, and that in itself involves a kind of creating of space inside the painting, but also the light emanating into the room. So although they're all different from each other and different sizes, there's some small ones, some quite big ones, that's something they all have in common. I love paintings from all ages and places. I don't have any kind of list of things that they need to have other than they are kind of alive to me. So Matisse was very important well, I think always will be, but certainly a very important part of my education. He led me back to the Venetian painters, Titian. I like Tiepolo very much. Indian miniatures I've always loved. And it kind of doesn't matter what they represent or whether they're abstract or whether they have imagery in them. It's their kind of what I call pictorial aliveness that matters, and I think that's actually the root of my inspiration. I'm actually thrilled to be showing at the Icon Gallery, apart from the fact that it's a beautiful space and iconic, excuse if that's any kind of pun, but because the first big show I ever had in 1979 in a public space was at the Icon Birmingham. It was a different building then, and to be invited back 44 years later means a lot. I have one photograph of that early show. We didn't have iPhones in those days. Not many of us even had cameras, but somebody did send me one photograph a few years ago, and it is in the catalogue of this celebration of 50 years of Icon. But there's just that one photograph to remind me of that first show here. And so now I'm able to see a kind of survey of a lot of the work that I've done since then. But I'm really, really delighted to be invited back.